This is Cruise Control Weekly. In the next few minutes, you'll hear all about the car cruises, car clubs, and car shows in the Western Pennsylvania area. And here's your host, Jim Zufall.
It's October 2008, and we're back at the Flashlight Drags here at the Zelienople Airport. Cruise Control Weekly started our season here at the Zelienople Airport for the Flashlight Drags, one of the most unique events in all of motorsports. It happens here at the Clarion Airport, at Waynesburg, and a few other locations all around the country. And right now we're at the Zelienople Airport. It's October. It's the final event of the year for the Flashlight Drags. And we're going to see some serious drag racing here on Cruise Control Weekly. The 2008 Flashlight Drags is coming to an end here in Pennsylvania. We're back at the Zelienople Airport. We're going to talk to Michael Schindel, whose Flashlight Drags, pretty much your vision. You and a couple of friends of yours had this idea 7-8 years ago. Coming down to the end of, is this your 8th season?
You know, math has never been one of our strong points, but we started in 2002. We believe that was our official first time here in Zelienople. So at the end of the 6th season.
So we're ending the 6th season of the Flashlight Drags. I assume it's only grown. We know, of course, you've outgrown Zelienople, and you're in how many other airports now?
We are in 4 airports: Clarion, Ebensburg, Waynesburg, and home court is Zelienople.
Last couple of years, you've also been at National Trail Raceway in Columbus. Is that correct?
National Trails, yes. I'm trying to think if we were somewhere else, but they all kind of blend together now.
Now, there's another event perhaps on the horizon. We heard a little talk about it today, too.
Yeah, we have a swap meet in Waynesburg in November, but we're really trying to work with these guys in Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle, for the Myrtle Beach Dragway to put on a flashlight drag there on October 25th. So if that happens, we'll be on the road convoying, caravanning. We're not quite sure how we're going to get there yet, but a few details need to be worked out.
So let's talk about the 2008 season. It's going to draw to a close here in about an hour. How's this season gone for you?
The rain season's been pretty good for crops, I guess, but not so great for racing. We've either danced around rain during the events or they've washed us out completely. So we've had our share of weather issues, but we are in Western Pennsylvania, so we've learned to adjust to that. I always feel bad for the lady that does the concessions because she's got to be ready, and we try to hold on as long as we can and pull the plug at the last minute, so she responds quickly.
Like a lot of other events such as yours, your off season is pretty short. Even though it seems pretty long on a calendar, it's awfully short. You got some planning in mind. Tell us about 2009.
Well, Jim, the hard part about the flashlight drags is the off season, because that's when all the contracts need to be negotiated, all the insurance issues need to be resolved, all the sponsorship deals have to be made. I'm busier in the off season than I am during race season. When races starts, that's when my fun begins. That's the fun part.
Well, let's invite some people to get involved with the flashlight drags. Somebody's watching this now. They want to get behind what has become clearly a very successful venture. So many cars here, so many people on site. The vendors have to be happy. How can they get a hold of you?
Well, there's a couple of ways. I can be reached through info@alteredgas or flashlightdrags.com under the Contact Us page on the website. It's easy. My phone number is 412-973-8608, or again, emails and websites are a pretty cool way to get a hold of me.
Hi, this is Hirsch. I'm the voice of the Flashlight Drags, and you're watching Cruise Control Weekly.
The flashlight drags here at the Zelienople Airport and elsewhere don't happen without a lot of people, a lot of volunteers, and some of those volunteers are sitting with me right here. These are guys that hope never have to go to work all day long, but they're here just in case. We're talking with the Franklin Township Volunteer Fire Department. Gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about what you guys do here on a Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon for the flashlight drags.
Our main concern while we're here is just safety of the people racing, any kind of fire hazards, or if there happens to be an accident or anything like that.
How about some of the things you have been called to do here?
Really, we haven't had a whole lot of problems here. A couple minor fires and oil spills more than anything, but really hasn't been. It's been uneventful all the years they've been here.
One of the things you get concerned about here, especially with a lot of these hot engines, might be burns. You guys are equipped, I'm sure, to handle just about any medical emergency as well, right?
Yeah, yes and no. Normally we'd let the ambulance crew take care of that. We're mainly the fire department. We just take care of the fires.
Hey, that's a wrap for the inaugural season of Cruise Control Weekly. We have had a great time filming these shows at places like the Butler Area Street Machines Town Hall meeting, the Flashlight Drags, and of course our home base, the Wexford Starlight Car Cruise. Before we let the year slip away, we have so many people to thank for making 2008 a success for Cruise Control Weekly. Frank Smith and Butch Rocco of the Butler Area Street Machine Association, Michael Schindel and Herschel and everyone involved with the Flashlight Drags. At the Wexford Starlight Car Cruise, Bill James, Jay Passavant, and the entire team that makes that awesome event run. And, of course, Tim Hester of Geico's Pittsburgh office. So on behalf of cameraman, editor, and producer Aaron Zufall, this is your host Jim Zufall saying, see you next season on Cruise Control Weekly.
That's it for this week's edition of Cruise Control Weekly. Be sure to join us next time when we get you up to speed on car cruises, car clubs, car shows, and everything in between. To see archived programs, go to youtube.com/cruisecontrolweekly. This is Hirsch for Cruise Control Weekly. Be careful in the hot rod.